Love has a way of sweeping people off their feet. When two individuals connect, when there's undeniable chemistry, and when every moment together feels magical, it's tempting to dive in head first. The excitement of a new relationship can feel intoxicating, almost like a dream you don't want to wake up from. But sometimes, what feels like passion and destiny can actually be a sign that things are moving faster than they should. Relationships need time to grow, to develop trust, and to establish a solid foundation. If things progress too quickly, what once felt like romance can turn into confusion, pressure, and disappointment. That's why it's important to pay attention to the pace. Today we're going to talk about 9 signs that a relationship may be moving too fast, and why slowing down can actually save the connection before it crashes under its own weight. The first sign a relationship may be moving too fast is when you're skipping important stages of getting to know each other. In the early days of a relationship, discovery is one of the most beautiful parts. Learning about each other's childhoods, hobbies, dreams, fears, and quirks creates intimacy and connection. But sometimes couples bypass that process in a rush to define the relationship or jump into commitment. Instead of gradually uncovering who the other person truly is, they assume they already know everything they need to. Maybe you've only been on a few dates but already talk about marriage. Or you've skipped months of natural bonding that usually develops over time. When you jump past those stages, you risk building a relationship on assumptions rather than real understanding. Love grows best when it's nurtured step by step, not when it's forced to skip chapters. The second sign is when you're spending nearly all your time together immediately. In the excitement of new love, it's natural to want to be around each other constantly. You can lose track of time talking late into the night, or you find yourself canceling plans with friends just to be together. While closeness feels amazing, it can become overwhelming when it happens too quickly. Healthy relationships leave room for individuality, friendships, and personal space. If you're only a few weeks in and already feel like you're living in each other's pockets, that's a red flag. Being inseparable too soon may create dependency rather than genuine connection. It's important to balance the desire for closeness with the need to maintain your own life. Otherwise, the relationship risks burning out before it even has a chance to mature. The third sign a relationship is moving too fast is when deep commitments come into play too early. For example, saying "I love you" within days of meeting, moving in together within weeks, or making major life decisions based on a very short period of time. While these gestures may seem romantic in movies, in real life they often signal impulsivity rather than true emotional bonding. Love requires time to reveal itself, time to see how the other person behaves under stress, in different environments, and over different seasons of life. Declaring lifelong devotion after a handful of dates doesn't give you a chance to test compatibility in real circumstances. Rushed commitments may feel thrilling in the moment, but they can leave both people unprepared for the reality that comes once the honeymoon glow begins to fade. The fourth sign is when conversations about the future dominate the relationship right away. Talking about future plans can be healthy when done naturally over time. But if after just a few weeks you're already discussing marriage, children, buying a house, or retiring together, the pace may be too intense. Early in a relationship, the focus should be on discovering compatibility in the present. It's important to see how you work as a team before making lifelong plans. Jumping into discussions about the future too soon can create pressure, making one partner feel cornered before they're truly ready. A healthy relationship builds a vision of the future gradually, after trust and stability have been established in the present. The fifth sign a relationship may be moving too fast is when you're ignoring red flags because of the rush. In the glow of new love, it's easy to overlook warning signs, like inconsistent behavior, controlling tendencies, or major value differences. When you're moving too fast, excitement can blur your judgment. You tell yourself it doesn't matter, or we'll figure it out later. But those red flags don't disappear simply because you ignore them. They often become bigger issues down the road. A slower pace allows you to notice and address concerns before making deep commitments. When you move too quickly, you risk locking yourself into a relationship that may not be healthy for you in the long run. The sixth sign is when your emotional intensity feels overwhelming. In new relationships, emotions run high. You might feel butterflies, obsessive thoughts, and a constant craving for their attention. But if those emotions become so strong that they consume you, it's a sign the relationship may be moving at an unsustainable speed. Love should enhance your life, not completely take it over. If you find yourself unable to focus on work, neglecting responsibilities, or feeling emotionally dependent after only a short time, the connection may be moving too quickly. Emotional intensity without a stable foundation often leads to volatility, passionate highs followed by painful lows. A slower pace allows emotions to settle into something more grounded and enduring. The seventh sign a relationship is moving too fast is when boundaries are being crossed too soon. Every relationship needs boundaries: personal space, privacy, time apart, and emotional pacing. But when two people rush into intimacy, boundaries often get blurred. Maybe you're sharing passwords after only a few weeks, or making demands on each other's time as if you've been together for years. Maybe you're pressuring yourself to reveal vulnerabilities before you feel truly ready. Healthy intimacy takes time to build. When boundaries disappear too early, it can create a false sense of closeness that isn't rooted in real trust. Respecting boundaries allows a relationship to grow at a natural, sustainable pace. The eighth sign is when friends and family express concern. Sometimes we're so caught up in our feelings that we can't see the bigger picture. But the people closest to us often notice things we miss. If your friends or family are saying things like, "Don't you think this is moving a little quickly?" or "Are you sure you know them well enough?" it's worth paying attention. Their perspective may feel frustrating, but often it comes from care and concern. They're not blinded by infatuation the way you might be, so they can see whether the relationship is progressing at a healthy pace. While the ultimate decision is yours, dismissing every concern without reflection can be risky. Sometimes slowing down is not about losing love, it's about protecting it. The ninth and final sign a relationship may be moving too fast is when your sense of self is disappearing. In the excitement of new love, it's tempting to merge your identity with your partner's. Suddenly, your hobbies, routines, and priorities revolve around them. While compromise is part of any relationship, losing your individuality completely is not healthy. If you can't recognize yourself anymore or feel like your identity is being consumed by the relationship, it's a clear indication that things are progressing too quickly. Strong relationships are built by two whole individuals who choose to share their lives, not by one person giving up everything to fit into the other's world. Taking time to maintain your independence ensures that the connection grows from a place of balance rather than dependency. When you look at these 9 signs, skipping stages of getting to know each other, spending all your time together, rushing into deep commitments, focusing too much on the future, ignoring red flags, overwhelming emotional intensity, crossing boundaries too soon, dismissing loved ones' concerns, and losing your sense of self, you see a pattern. The pattern is speed without depth. Moving too quickly feels exciting in the beginning, but relationships built on speed alone often struggle to survive the tests of time. Real love doesn't need to be rushed. It grows slowly, steadily, and securely. It allows space for both partners to learn, adapt, and truly see each other for who they are. If you recognize these signs in your relationship, it doesn't necessarily mean the love isn't real or that it's doomed. It may simply mean you need to slow down. Take a step back. Breathe. Focus on building trust, communication, and understanding. Let the relationship unfold at a natural pace instead of forcing it to sprint ahead. Remember, a strong connection will last whether you rush or not. But a rushed connection may burn out before it ever has the chance to become strong. Love is one of life's greatest gifts. But the beauty of love isn't in how fast it happens. It's in how deeply it grows. So take your time. Let the journey be as meaningful as the destination. And when you do, you'll find that the love you create will be stronger, steadier, and far more enduring than anything that comes too quickly.